Hello, I'm the Faerie Dogmother.
And I'm the Elven Cat Daughter.
And we're here today to introduce you to some wonderful animals who are available right now for adoption.
We'll also share some tips on pet care as well as other entertaining stories.
So come with us to Fairyland and meet our adorable dogs and cats who are looking for their forever homes. This is Moby. He is about 5 months old. He is a pit Weimaraner mix. As you can see now, he is a happy dog. He's enjoying himself. But when he was found in an abandoned building, he was really scared. He didn't know who he could trust. He wouldn't go through a doorway. He wouldn't go upstairs. But now, after 3 weeks, you can see how much more confident he is and how happy he is to be around people.
That's right.
This is Mondo. He was rescued around Christmas time, and he was in very bad shape. He had hardly any fur, and he was covered in sores. And he has had to have a lot of attention, medical attention, to get to where he is now. We're here this morning at the Humane Society of the North Bay, and with me is Sue Streck, and she's the director.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you. It's nice to be here with all the animals.
Yes.
I was hoping you could tell us a little bit about the history of this organization.
All right. We started in 1986, and the organization was called Concerned People for Animal Welfare. That is how it started. Rumors has it that there was a small office at the fairgrounds way before that, but that was so long ago, nobody really remembers. We've since changed our name to Benicia Vallejo Humane Society, and recently, last year, it's now called the Humane Society of the North Bay. So many changes.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting.
Yeah.
And where do your animals come from? How do they end up with you?
Most of our animals come in as strays. Either people bring them into our shelter, through the front door, and they tell us where they found them. Our main goal is to reunite them with their families, because most stray animals do have a family that they belong to. Otherwise, our animal control officers also get called in, especially when they're injured or they're found in abandoned buildings. You'll meet a dog that was abandoned that way. And we give them a good look over. They get a safe kennel, a warm bed, and food. And that's how we get most of our animals. Some people do surrender their animals, though that doesn't happen too often.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And about how many animals do you have at any one time?
It fluctuates. Kitten season is upon us. So a litter of kitten, anywhere from 4 to 7 or 8 can really, sway the numbers. We have 20 dog kennels that are quarantine kennels where our animals first come to, or our dogs. And we have 20 kennels where dogs can be shown for adoption. Sometimes we pair up dogs that are, you know, playful and get along so they have, you know, a friend. We have around 60 cat kennels, indoor, all indoor of course. And we usually have, you know, 1 or 2 per kennel if they are playmates or litter mates. They get to play together in kennels. So like I said, kittens can really sway the numbers really fast.
Yes. And about how many do you adopt out every year?
We're on track from looking at the numbers for this quarter. We're looking at 800 plus animals this year, which is 30% up from last year. So we're really reaching out to our communities. We're doing a lot of mobile events. We're going up to Novato. We're going to Benicia. Feather Pets, who's one of our groomers, or our main groomer, they're doing adoption events for us. And so we're really reaching out to other cities and communities and offer our great animals.
And can you tell me about your philosophy related to animal rescue?
We run the shelter with a rescue heart. That is my slogan, and we really treat animals with respect. We really hope to find their homes, be it that it was their home that they ran away from, possibly because they weren't neutered and they were looking to have some fun elsewhere. Reuniting our animals with their owners is really a top priority. For those where we can't find the families, we really work hard in selecting the exact right person or family for a particular dog or a cat. We all have our different personalities, and so do our animals.
How many staff people do you have?
We currently have 10 employees. We have around 25 volunteers that come very regularly and walk our dogs. And our main goal with them coming is not just to exercise the dogs, but to give them a little bit of fun. We want people to come and give them a good time, not feel sorry for them, because they want to have a good time. We want to train them to come to the kennel and wag their tail and be happy to see people come. That's what gets them adopted.
That's very good.
Yeah.
And what do you tell your volunteers as far as your philosophy?
Really the philosophy is give our dogs a good time, but also give them a little bit of impulse control training. You know, don't just throw them cookies. You know, really make them sit. You know, give them, you know, show them a new trick. Teach them, you know, high five, or just, you know, anything that makes a dog stand out. And then we can use that in their bios, and that's what people are looking for, something unusual. My dog can do this, you know, so it really makes a big difference when volunteers really take that extra step to help them find a home. We couldn't do it without them.
Of course. Well, thank you very much for talking with us today.
Oh, thank you.
And I know that we'll be talking with you again later.
Great. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Good boy, you're okay. 2 left. I'm sorry. Good boy. 1 left, last one. Good job. All right. Good boy. Okay. Basic brushing, brushing and combing keeps their coat from matting, which makes it easier for grooming when they do come in. And it just gets them prepared for groomings, because if you brush and groom at home and then we brush and groom here, it's just part of their normal routine.
And bathing also?
Yeah, bathing. Be very careful not to get water in their ears. But yeah, bathing, you can towel dry them, or if you have a blow dryer, you can blow dry them. That works really great because we also blow dry them here, and it just sets in the grooming, the process that we use.
And about how often should you bathe a dog?
Well, that really depends on your dog's lifestyle. You could bathe them every 2 weeks if they're dirty. Like, I have ranch dogs. My dogs are dirty. They get a bath once a week. But some clients come every 2 weeks, some come once a month, but about once a month is pretty routine to keep ear hair pulled and toenails cut and that sort of thing. I would highly recommend going in and meeting the groomer. Go in and talk to them, see how they are with the dogs, see how the dogs are with them. And that's going to kind of gauge a lot of the way the dogs are treated.
Do groomers need to be trained or certified?
There is not a law, but they do have processes that you can go through. I am a certified groomer. I went in front of a board of national groomers, which certified me for all breeds, so I can groom all breeds. But certain places don't require it, and there is no formal licensing for it. Bathing, drying, haircuts, toenails, clean their ears, good maintenance for them, and they should, they should be done about every 3 months as as it changes from spring to summer because they shed, and just good routine maintenance.
And how often should dogs have their nails cut?
About once a month. I would say about every 4 weeks. Otherwise, the quicks start to grow out, and then they get really long, and then it's really hard to get them to get back to a maintainable length.
This is Chewy. He is a lab pit mix, and he's about 4 years old. He's a very happy guy, loves kids, loves cats, and all people. Chewy was an owner surrender, came from an older woman who couldn't keep him anymore. He was about 25 pounds overweight, and he has since lost about 15 pounds. So he's getting down there to his fit and trim best. This is Stanley. He's about 5 years old. He's a Maltipoo. As you can see, he's a diamond in the rough. He still needs a little haircut to be his best. We don't know yet whether he's good with dogs or other cats because he's a pretty new guy. We haven't had a chance to see what he's like. This is Antonio, and he is a Yorkshire Terrier mix. He's about 5 years old, and he's about 12 pounds. He obviously had an owner that took good care of him. As you can see, he's all nicely groomed. He's a very friendly boy. How long have you been doing this, training dogs?
I have been doing dog training for about 14 years now.
And what led you into this field?
Actually, I was doing some volunteer work at a shelter, and I saw dogs coming going out, becoming adopted, not being trained properly, being returned, and this would happen over and over until the dog was, for lack of a better word, broken and unadoptable. So I thought we needed to do something about that.
Do dog trainers need to be certified?
They don't need to be by law. So unfortunately, there are a lot of people who shouldn't be training dogs. I myself am doubly certified. I am certified with the Association of Pet Dog Trainers, which is a large association started by Dr. Ian Dunbar. And that's a little more advanced. You have to be working for several years and have some references and then go through an extensive testing before you get that certification. And I'm also certified in behavior and training through the San Francisco SPCA, their Academy for Dog Trainers. That was run by Jean Donaldson. She is a pretty well-known behaviorist and author, and it was a wonderful school that is no longer there. But any legitimate dog trainer should be certified and should continue with their education every year.
So there's continue,
absolutely. Along with my work, my private work, my work at Aardvarks, I teach for Sears, puppies for Dr. Dunbar, and he requires it. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of conferences. The APDT, Association of Pet Dog Trainers, is a huge 5-day conference every year where speakers come from all over the world. We learn not only about dogs and dog training, but all kinds of behavior. Because behavior is behavior.
Thank you very much for coming today.
Sure.
Yes, I think our viewers have learned a lot of good things from your information.
Thank you.
Okay, and we'll see you again.
Okay.
Here we have Chelsea. She's about 3 years old. She's a Chihuahua mix, and she's 6 wonderful pounds. She's good with other dogs, with cats, with kids. She's usually a little bit more bouncy than she is right now. But as you can see, she's very lovable. She came here as a stray.
Hello, this is Simon, and he is a 1-year-old male neutered cat, and he is a little bit shy, but he's doing really well. Gorgeous, gorgeous cat. This is Willow, and she's a 2-year-old spayed female. She is a beautiful long-haired cat, very affectionate, loves to play.
Beautiful markings. Hmm? We love that.
This is Marmalade, and he's a 3-year-old male. He likes dogs, and actually kind of thinks he's a dog. He's a talker, and looking for a forever home, aren't you?
Ready? We hope you enjoyed our show, and we'd love it if you'd arrange to meet these lovely 4-footed friends in person.
And don't forget to like us on Facebook or visit us on the web at faeriedogmother.com.
And don't forget, don't buy, don't breed, adopt.